Hey YouTube, and today we're going to answer the question, is character enough? So Lori Grenier from Shark Tank, I'm sure many of you know her, has a statement I saw on LinkedIn. Again, I don't even know if this is really from her. It was just circulating on LinkedIn. But her statement is, I've always believed you hire character and train skill. So I really thought about this. This is something interesting to think about. Is a Character is definitely hard to come by, which I feel like we all understand. Most people would agree with. But she says basically you would select someone who has good character, and then you would train someone, the skills portion, if you have that kind of trade off. And so I thought about this quite a bit and thought, perhaps this is true. I thought it was true right off the bat. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, I don't really know. If I was going to hire someone, would I really hire someone with great character, but maybe didn't have the most skills, over someone who had a lot of skill and just a little mediocre kind of character? And so after thinking about it, I kind of came to the conclusion of this. There are specific types of jobs in the very top, maybe 10, 25% of society that are very skilled. I wouldn't say that they're only quantitative, they were also qualitative. So you have science and art, I feel like, are the two kind of ends of the spectrum. You have jobs on both ends. An example of like a very technical kind of arts related thing would be law. Law doesn't take a lot of quantitative skill. However, it takes a lot of reasoning. It takes, again, some logic, but it also takes a lot of knowledge about different cases. It takes knowledge about different laws, federal laws, state laws. There's all kinds of laws. It's something that's very technical. But again, I feel like it's an art. It's not a science. On the other end of the spectrum, you have like a quantitative field, such as someone who makes derivative products, someone that works like maybe in risk management, quantitative finance, such as I do. That's more on the quantitative side. What we do is very technical in a quantitative sense. It's a lot of mathematics and statistics, but again, they're very technical and it's hard to learn these skills within a short period of time. And so this comes back to the character versus skilled. So I believe that I would, in general, hire character over skill and train the skill portion in maybe, the majority of jobs. So the, 75, 80% of jobs out there where I can train somebody in 6 months, for example, I would definitely hire someone with good character. It's hard to find someone who's honest, someone who shows up to work on time, someone who really wants to do the right thing, and they have their heart in the right place when they come to work. It's a good person. You want to keep them long term. They'll stay long term. The investment will pay off. That being said, in those very technical instances, I feel like I would actually trade character for skill in very, very technical aspects. The reason being is that to train somebody, for example, how to be a lawyer, it's not something you can just train in like 6 months, right? And on top of that, you have to have a law degree and you have to be certified. There's a lot of stuff. But even then, it's very, very hard to train somebody to do something that's very, very quantitative, very, very qualitative. But in general, it has to be very technical. It's not something you can just train in 3 months or 6 months. And so in this scenario where it's very technical, I would hire someone who has a better skill set and trade off on the character side if that, that balance or that trade-off had to be made. The reason I say this is because, for example, in my field of risk management, I've worked in a variety of different scenarios, different situations, different types of models, and you really need a very, very deep understanding of statistics. And that being said, having a master's or a PhD in statistics isn't good enough. You really need math, you need stats, you need finance. You need to have done a lot of different areas. You need to have applied it to a lot of different things. And so that technicality is very deep. It would take years to really train someone to think outside of the box, to solve problems, at least to the extent of paying someone really good money to do that job. Some jobs that are very technical, I would say, you can't really train the skills, at least not in a cost-effective manner. So it wouldn't be worth hiring someone, maybe for a few years to try to get them up to speed. Whereas the majority of jobs, you could probably train somebody in like 6 months. And so, in general, I would say I agree with Lori. Definitely agree with you on the fact that character is much better than having skill because you can train skill, whereas character is much more difficult to train than skill. So that's my thought. If you guys like the video, don't forget to click below and subscribe to my channel if you want more updates on different content I'm covering. If you like this video specifically, give me a thumbs up. If you're watching this or reading this, I guess, on my LinkedIn channel, comment below. But if you're on LinkedIn, don't forget to go to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of other videos on career topics. But anyways, until next time. Thanks for watching my video. If you find it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe.